This is my first live on Substack. Um, and I'm just trying it because it's Monday and I want to try and see how this goes. And there's one person watching. Hello. So I'm Aubrey. I'm an astrologer, and I think I'm going to do more things live because live is where it's at. I've had it up to my eyeballs in AI content, and we haven't even gotten started with it. This morning, as I was walking, I was thinking about the weekly newsletter that I'm going to do, setting up the astrology for the week, just as a little overview. I did a big monthly video. It was like an hour and 40 minutes, I think. Sorry. Or an hour and 10 minutes. It was long. I don't know what it was. No, it was an hour and 40 minutes. But this week is when we start to really heat up. So I wanted to give you all just a little pointery kind of just orient you into the week a little bit. And then later in the week, I'll do a live. And actually, if anyone sees this now, I see there's one eyeball on this. Go ahead and put in the chat if you know your rising sign, your sun sign, any of it, and I can pull up and let you know where the aspects will be triggering, activating different parts of your chart. But as I was walking this morning, I've reached my threshold sort of limit of with AI, and in particular because my world of astrology and sort of therapeutic conversations with people, that this world that I work in relies on human transmission of concepts, feelings, ideas about somebody's lived experience. It's not just spewing information at somebody. And especially readings, one-on-one readings are anything but just pounding someone with information. While there is a lot of information in a reading, that's not what astrology is. And the more we have people calling themselves astrologers using AI to generate readings, which seems to be happening more and more and more. I'm getting really frustrated because it's reducing astrology to just like a bunch of gravel being thrown at you. It's noisy, it's shallow while pretending that it's deep. It's, the word slop can easily be applied, but more than that, because I'm sure that, I've tried it. I mean, I'll be honest, I was curious to see what AI could do for me in my work and my business. And there would be this like thrill of, oh my gosh, I can't believe it just spit all this out. And then I would sort of sit with it, and it had no feeling. It was too polished. It would say so much, yet nothing at all. And I am really a firm believer that there is not, we should not use, it's like using AI for therapy. Astrology is really the same for me. It's too polished. It's fake. The intention of astrologers using, and I won't make this whole thing about a rant, but I think the intention behind an astrologer using AI to churn out their content is the intention becomes about the hustle, becomes about the productivity. There's a panic that I think that someone has to say everything and be the expert and produce all of this content at such perfect volume that it's drowning out the heart of what's going on in this, like, therapeutic medicine that happens between two people when one person gets a reading or one person reads something that was written specifically for a person by a person. There is something lost when that gets spun out by Claude or by Chad or whatever. This is an art, and it belongs in the category of, let's not devalue what comes out of our three brains. We have three brains. We have our intellectual brain, we have our heart brain, and we have our intuitive brain down here in the gut. And they work together in mysterious ways. And that does not come across in a reading. And honestly, what set this off was a bit of, I'll be honest, it's like a bit of competitiveness and we're in Aries season, and I have some Aries in my chart. And someone sent me a Substack by somebody who has 8,000 subscribers. And I can tell she's a younger astrologer, and I can tell that her content is largely written by AI. That's not to say that she didn't write the original or like foundational article, but I kind of don't think she did. I sort of ran it through a checker too, a few checkers to see if I was just hallucinating. And I'm not. I'm not, because I can recognize, AI written content. It doesn't sound like somebody speaks. So then I was thinking, well, let me just see. I don't want to judge somebody. And I went and I said, and, it's not under her name, the publication. And then her website doesn't even have her full name. And then it doesn't have her training. And it doesn't say anything about her background, her experience. Who did she study with? Who did she study under? And these things actually do matter. So, okay. Anyway, that's what started it off. I think the more people are churning out AI drivel, intellectual noise, which apparently people love, the more I'm going to go live. But the good news is that when I go live, you can come live. If you're watching this, put your questions in the chat and let's chat. Let's make this a human exchange. That's what I want. That's what I'm trying to do over at the 11. I'm trying to do live online breath work for people to experience moving energy through their bodies and feel amazing afterward. I'm not sending you a recording of me just doing it by myself. I'm doing it with you online. And then I want to do these Q&As, which are not like this, but they could be. But yes, they would be if I scheduled it. Anyway, let's talk about this week, shall we? Okay, today. All right, today we sort of have this Mars energy. We've been in this sort of like relatively sweet beginning of the month, but everyone's been warned or pointed to sort of like told to put on their seatbelts for the rest of this month. And this is the week near the end of the week when we're going to have to start putting on our seatbelts. Actually, a little bit before, maybe like Tuesday. I don't know. So today we have Mars conjunct Neptune. What does that mean? That means that the passion is rising to meet the dreams and maybe the illusions. So we've got a lot of energy rising and ready to be focused somewhere. That's Mars. And we all have it somewhere in our lives where we're starting to feel the energy and the restlessness. And I got to put this somewhere, and I have to do this something with this energy. I have to get it out of my body. I have to put it into my work. I have to have the conversation in my relationship. I need to say this thing in public. I need to say this thing in writing. I need to do this thing in my home. There's energy that needs to go somewhere. And it's meeting the planet of idealism and inspiration and illusion and confusion and spaciness and oops, wait, it's funny, my screen just turns off. Anyway, so we've got all this force meeting up this general energy we've been bathed in that kind of dissolves the force. So it's like the force hitting a wall of fog, or the force and energy, the assertiveness, the aggression hitting a wall of confusion, and I can't really see what I was all worked up about. So temporary, but interesting. What's interesting about all that force hitting all this fog and dreaminess and illusion is that it dispels the energy, um, or it can expand that energy to the point where the energy can kind of get excited about other things it didn't see before it entered this fog of dreams. So the energy can get inspired instead of just directed. Um, I was writing about that. I was thinking this is like manifesto energy. You know, when someone gets all worked up and they're like, it's kind of how I felt about AI this morning, where I was like, I'm tired of AI. And I sort of was, walking and writing kind of a manifesto of like, I refuse to use this in my work because it's devaluing the human spirit and what we're capable of. That's Mars and Neptune. That's getting fired up about this idealism that we're better than AI in a lot of contexts. So there's a major spark of inspiration today. Where is it for you? Look for where the Aries part of your chart is. Okay. Put it in the chat if you're curious. And let's see. We also have Venus sextile Jupiter today. It's another very sweet, expansive, generous, good for money, good for heart connection. It's just nice. It's probably going on right now. It's probably why this felt like a really nice idea. Oh no, it was way earlier. It was 4 a.m. Oh, so I was sort of like, thinking like, be willing to get high on your own good feelings today. Just enjoy it. Enjoy like the expanded feeling of gratitude or connection to beauty or connection to others. Like get into it. Get high on that. Tomorrow, um, it's that emoji with the exploding head. Okay, we've got a little bit of this like, oh my god, oh my gosh, oh what, I didn't notice that, I didn't see that, holy cow, who would have thought? It's Mercury sextile Uranus, and it's like this realization, the ideas come flooding in. That's tomorrow, so that's fun and probably very necessary. We've got Mercury in Pisces, so Mercury, I always think of this like little like hyperactive microphone running around. Kind of doesn't really have anything to say itself. It's just holding a microphone up to everything it's running around to, whatever sign it's in, whoever it's meeting up with, and says, so what do you have to say? What do you have to say? What do you have to say? And it's like, it's a little bit like it just amplifies and holds the microphone up to wherever it's passing in your chart and whoever it's meeting up with. They're both in the last degree of their signs. Mercury is in the last degree of Pisces. Uranus is in the last degree of Taurus. So they both have one more thing to say. Oh, wait. That's the energy. Wait. Don't go. I have something else to tell you. That's tomorrow. That's happening in like 2 different houses of your life. So 2 different life areas. So that's fun. Then we get to Thursday. Thursday is when I think it might start getting to feel a little more intense. Maybe not in a bad way, because on Thursday, but big, big, big. It's starting the feelings I think are building through the week and everything's getting big. Like everything wants to be felt, expressed. If you've seen a chart for this month, the end of this week, it's like stack. Everything is in Aries. It's like fire, 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 excited, excited, excited. On Thursday, the sun conjuncts Chiron at 26 degrees of Aries. Okay, the sun is a fireball. Chiron is in Aries. We've got, and there's a whole generation of people who have Chiron in Aries. It's called a cazimi, when the sun meets up with different planets. It sounds, it's like electric. It's kind of what the word sounds like. But when the sun meets up with Chiron, the questions floating around your life are likely going to be around like how can I heal this thing on a big level? Like how can I get over this? Really? Like, so wherever 26 degrees of Aries is in your life, in your birth chart, there's a big healing opportunity available, which means, drum roll please, a big healing opportunity will come up. And in Aries, it might be a conflict. It might be being faced with some way where you're asked to be extra courageous and walk over the proverbial coals, which you've been reluctant to do. It could be a very powerful aha moment of like, oh, I can finally do this. Big courage will likely be asked for. I don't know how my videos get to be so long. I'm already at 17 minutes. I'm so sorry. Okay, but I'm almost to the end of the week. We have Mars also on Thursday, Mars sextile Pluto. This is again like we've got the planet of force meeting the planet of change, like big, deep, truthful change. So this is more breaking out of this same old structure. And also on that day, on Thursday, the 16th, we've got Mercury conjunct Neptune in Aries. Again, more ideas, more imagination. Most important question of the day, what if? Maybe the most important question of the week, what if? Because there's going to be so much impulsiveness and reactivity and like agita and excitement. Wait, what if? That might just be the perfect question to sort of put yourself on just a pause enough to not go rushing into something. So, what if? That Thursday is going to start proposing. Now, Friday's new moon in Aries is an enormous fresh start for you. Wherever, say, like 21 degrees to 27 degrees, because the new moon's in 27 degrees of Aries, wherever these degrees are in your life, in your birth chart, big fresh start, big fresh start. But we co-create with this stuff. So ask yourself, where do I really need a big fresh start? Like I can answer that. Where do I need the new energy? Where do I need to be brave? Where do I need to step out and be courageous? We all need to throw our hat in the ring somewhere. So what courageous new direction are you ready to take off into? By the end of the week, I think you're going to know, and I think you're going to have a little more chutzpah to go there. What do you want to compete for? Go for it. Like in what arena do you want to throw your hat in the ring and say, you know what? I'll step in. I'll do it. I'll have a go of it. That's Aries new moon. So, and because humans are the way we are, a lot of times it takes an outward pulse of something we're up against for us to say, that's okay. I'm gonna brave my way through this. That's okay. I'm gonna not overthink my way. I'm just gonna step into it courageously, impulsively. And, sometimes, some of us might stumble a little bit, but, we got to use the energy. So start something, just start something. We all need to start something, start something. And then on Sunday, well, we've got Mars conjunct Saturn. Now, this can have also a range of expressions, but just picture what happens if you're driving 80 miles an hour at a T intersection, and you're on this way and you're going 80 miles an hour and you don't put on the brakes. So this is what can happen. So Mars is go, go, go. Saturn is no, no, no. And there's going to be a consequence of these two energies coming together. Okay. That's on the one hand. And that's what we're going to see a lot of in the news, right? We'll see some version of like top-down control meets like maybe like youthful, forceful, like aggressive energy. And then it's, it's just, yeah. Okay. Well, you get it. It's about control and structure and authority meeting like unbridled assertiveness and warlike action, battles, conflict, energy, and they're meeting. Okay. So you can sort of deduce what you want from that. On a personal side, which is the realm I work in, it can be a really beautiful harnessing of both independent action and patience, of self-authority and like self-propelling energy, of courage and wisdom coming together, of ambition and effort coming together. So those aren't bad, right? That's like a lovely, powerful, potent combination. Again, this is happening somewhere in your life. Look to the Aries part of your life. This is where it's going. Oh my gosh. Hold on, my computer screen keeps turning off. Okay. Lastly, and then on this time next week, we've got Mercury conjunct Saturn in Aries, but Mars is still there. So whatever this was, Mercury will be holding up a microphone to it so that we can all hear what was happening. I think the only thing to say about next Monday with the Mercury conjunct Saturn and Mars, and just the Saturn and Mars conjunction, is just be careful with your actions and your words. Saturn is there to help us, to support us, and apply just enough wisdom, control, discipline, responsibility, and structure to all of this energy that needs to be channeled. So just do your best to be precise and clear and considerate, and not direct your energy so much at someone, but towards some ideal where courage like helps you evolve, right? So we can do this thoughtfully, but also not be surprised if like we overstep a little bit, because we will, and that's okay. Just speak carefully, drive carefully, and remember, we we take these transits with us. It's not like the Venus and Jupiter. Oh, Shelley's here. It's not like the Venus and Jupiter that's happening today goes away. It sort of folds into us and becomes part of our heart as we go into this like charged week. So that is all I have to say, I think. And if you I'm doing breath work. I'm guiding breath work here on Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern. That's in the paid part of the 11. And it's only $11. And I do breath work twice a month. And I do Q&As like this, but where I jam on your chart. So if you want, let's look at your chart. I mean, only one person showed up to the first one I did, and she basically got like an entire chart reading, which was really great for her. And so while this is still a really young community, come along, because you'll be getting lots of personalized astrology. My whole MO is to overgive here because it's fun. And that's it. Hi. Anyway, thank you. And does anyone have a question? All two of you. All right, I'm going to end it. But I appreciate the two, you all popping on to listen, and have a great day. I'm here. Ask me questions in the you can ask me questions in the comments when I send out posts, okay? Or anytime in the paid chat. All right, bye. Happy Monday.